So when you're looking for toxic behavior, that's another social tool that they use, the middleman technique. So what they do is they just cannot like the fact you have a friend or you have a reliable person next to you. You have some trustworthy neighbor or family member or cousin or some other person somewhere in your circle, be it again work or personal or just in the neighborhood, someone that you really have a good relationship with, enough to have trust and all that. So they do not like it because all narcissists, they want control. They want control over your life, your mind, your routine, your choices, everything, in fact, if your resources. So they don't like it that you have friends outside of them. First, when they enter your life, they come as if they are full of fun and enthusiasm and they are this perfect person with all your tastes and likes and dislikes aligned to them, that it's like they are your soulmate. Everything about them connects so well with everything about you. Common tastes, common hobbies, common types of interests and common type of social behavior. It is as if you can relate to them on so many levels that you feel so lucky that they became your friend, or they came into your social circle, that they became your lover or husband or wife and all these things. It's because prior to actually coming into your life, they study you. They want to know what are the behaviors that tick you, that can lure them into your life very easily, comfortably, conveniently, and they come in like a rush of a wind. They do not have the capacity to give time, patience and effort to build healthy relationships. Healthy relationships are built, trust is built over time, but these people, they don't have the patience to build anything. They are there to exploit you. Why would they want to invest their time, energy, effort, everything into somebody to build something? They are there to destroy you and take something out of you and then walk away. Once you are destroyed, they want to walk away, find someone else, some target, some weaker victim. Why would they want to? And they don't even have the capacity to build a healthy relationship, first of all. So they come in like a gush of a wind. All of a sudden, somebody who is perfectly aligned with your tastes and likes and dislikes, and someone who I can very easily speak to. I'm speaking and they are being a very good listener. They are paying attention. We align so well. We are in so much sync. We feel like soulmates. It's like he or she is a God's gift to me on this planet and blah, blah, blah. No. They studied you enough because they know they targeted you because they want your resources. Again, be it emotional, financial or other. They know what they can get from you, and so they studied you, watched you like a predator would watch a prey, and then they came into your life like a gush of a wind, literally whirlwind. And then you got caught up in it and you're so excited, happily accepting this person who came into your life with all these green tick marks everywhere. It's like God's gift, because that's what they want you to think. That's exactly what you will be put in. Okay? Only that it's all a manufactured, superficial wind. Just like a wind, it would pass. Sooner or later, it will pass. Because there's nothing in there. It's really that empty. It came with an agenda, and once the agenda is done, it will be gone. But it's just an empty wind. That's all it is. But if you're not cautious, you will not know it. You will let this person enter into all areas of you. They want to know your personal life. They want to know your trauma. They want to know your background, your childhood, everything. Who is your best friend, closest friend? Who is the most important person to you? What is the most important thing to you? What are your ambitions, goals? What's the most important plan you have for life? Everything about your life. Because they have to know all of this to slowly break them in your life. Simple as that. And they say, oh, that's exactly the same. I've been always thinking the same. And if you say something emotional, like what hurt you the most, what broke your heart, what's your recent heartbreak, what's the loss that you suffered. And it's even better if you have a emotional element to you that has suffered through some huge issue, be it an accident or a loss or suffering or cruelty or trauma and abuse, even more easy for them. A person who has been carrying an unhealed wound, be it from childhood or from other old relationships, anything that has happened in the past which is unhealed, they're unaware of, it's somewhere in the unconscious, unprocessed, they will look for it. That's why they want to know everything about you. Everything. As soon as you become close to them, they want to know everything. Within 2 weeks, there are people who married within 2 weeks. There are people who just call them best friend within 10 days. They are like, oh, we go to the same places. They spend all the time and money on me, this and that. All this because they are luring you in, dude. They are just luring you in. Breadcrumbs. One, next, before you just comfortably land into the trap that they have been planning even before they entered your life. But you will not know until all the damage is done. For better or for worse, some people learn after all the cruelty has been done to them. Some people realize somewhere in the middle and they fight their way out of it. But anybody who has managed to heal these kind of toxic relationships and the wounds that were unprocessed, which made the breeding ground for these narcissists to enter our lives, and all those healing is done and they come out of it, they are entirely a different person. They are armed now with all sorts of information that will guard them against those kind of people in the future. And it's powerful. I mean, given how our society enables narcissism and how many people are there who are being affected by these people, it's a powerful tool for us. Once we heal and get out, once we are informed that we don't become targets anymore. Now, why did I use the social capital? Not only that they lure you into those kind of friendships and relationships very soon, very quickly. They become the closest person that you confide all your secrets and important personal things into your life. Because there's another layer to this, that they like the middleman arrangement. So now that they have all control over you, your life, your choices, your routine, your habits, everything, they are now controlling your life. Even before you know it, they are the ones who are pushing the buttons, and you are just doing things for them. In this stage, let's say they come to know you have some other stable person in your life who knows you from long before. Close friend, a close partner, someone who is an ex-partner but still someone who has a lot of trust and respect and love for you. Someone who has your back, a support system of some kind. They have to dismantle that. So they become the middleman. They become the one who feeds all sorts of things about this person to you. They cannot let you have your own privacy because you are like this perfect deer that the lion has hunted. Now I want all the deer to myself. I want all the meat to myself. If they have friends, they may tell them that, hey, this particular behavior, this particular new person who suddenly entered your life, because of which now you are avoiding me, seems like a very dangerous person. There are a lot of red flags flying around. There's a lot of uneasiness in how they entered and why they are suddenly holding all that power over you. I feel uncomfortable about it. So this other person, right? They may awaken this person to the truth that this is a narcissist, this is a dangerous person, he's a predator, he or she. Their intentions and motives doesn't seem very clear. Doesn't feel like they are actually the friend that they claim to be. Watch out, because something is very wrong about their attitude towards you and your life and how they control you, your choices, like that. So that they don't want that, right? They are a threat. So there is only two things that they do, middlemen. So they cannot be the person who watches the relationship from the outside in. They have to get inside. So now you are there, your friend, the stable system, whoever support system is there, and they come in the middle. Now they become the controller of information between you and that person, directly or indirectly. They manage to create chaos and confusion and dismantle those relationships, and communication lines are disrupted between those relationships effectively as quickly as possible. So now they have control to both sides of information. They become the manager of information, and they feed whatever is convenient for them, both the sides, so that the whole friendship is broken. The relationship is now redirected as the control point, becoming the narcissist, and now you go to information, not to your friend but rather to the narcissist. Everybody ends up going for information to the narcissist. That's exactly what they want. That's how they can play their game. All the sides, not just two sides. Whatever sides are involved, they can manipulate all the sides now that they are the controller of information and manager of information. They create this artificial trust by saying, I'm doing this for your own good, and they come in between. They do not let two people talk freely at all. This is something, the middleman thing, you have to watch for. If two people are fine talking to each other, laughing, interacting, bonding, they have to come in between, either to become the controller of information, or they just have to divert the attention of the main meal that they hunted from the other people who could possibly take away the meal from me now, until I fully exploit them. Now that they are the object that I have to exploit fully, I cannot take the risk of somebody else exposing me or taking them away from me. It's a threat for me. So they do it. Again, this is the most obvious thing, and I've seen in so many relationships. Work, personal, familial, even between siblings, between parents and siblings. So there is always one person who manages to create this artificial trust around themselves, and they become the point of contact and point of controller of information for the dynamic, and they play their game from there. You may stay in the same house, you stay in one room and your parent stays in the other room, and the other sibling is living outside of the other country. They are not even here, but the control is there. That so much control has been taken away that you and the parent in the other room, who are actually physically living in the same house, won't talk to each other. But both of you will go to the third person, the narcissist, who is living somewhere abroad, for information, solution, what happens in the family, XYZ. All sorts of consultations that concern you two people. Though you are living in the same place, you will never talk to each other. All your negotiations happen through this middleman. This is the commonest pattern, I can tell you. It doesn't matter how near or how far the narcissist lives. All they are about control. They are all about control, manipulation, exploitation. So they take away the control, information control from your life, so much that two people who are sitting next to each other won't even talk to each other, but they go to the narcissist for information and manipulation of information and situation. That's how much they break down the communication lines between two people. Watch out for this kind of behavior. They are a toxic predator looking to exploit both sides of the situation. Don't give anybody that kind of power over your life, that they break down your own communication and effective communication, and they become the main controller of information. Do not, because this happens very, 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 very commonly. Watch out for that behavior. I will come with another video later.